This is a Dad's Guide podcast, episode number 1. My name's Anthony Kim. I'm really glad you could join me today, and welcome to the podcast. Today I'm going to tell you a bit about myself and why I'm starting this podcast, this being episode number 1. So, I live in Toronto, Canada, with my lovely wife Yuri and my beautiful daughter Victoria. I'm a medical physicist. I specialize in radiation oncology, so this is treating cancer with radiation beams, and my job is to essentially ensure that the radiation dose is deposited accurately and safely within the patient. So, why am I starting this podcast? I think that dads have a lot to offer. So, because dads have a lot to offer their kids, their family, and in fact the world, I think it's really important that men who embark on this journey of fatherhood really try to find out as much as possible about how to be a really, really awesome dad. I also view this podcast as part of my own personal journey on how to become a good father. I have a lot to learn. I realize that fatherhood is a journey that's going to last the rest of my life. So I'm hoping that you could join me on this journey, and then also you yourself can learn as much as possible about what it takes to become a really awesome father. So dads have a lot to offer. The research supports this. A 2009 University of Newcastle study demonstrated that fathers who spend quality time with their children have higher IQs and are more socially upwardly mobile, with the differences detectable even when the kids are in their early 40s. A University of British Columbia study showed that the daughters of fathers who are involved in household duties tend to have higher career aspirations than dads who are more aloof in their involvement. Fatherly involvement might even increase how long a child lives. Now, these facts blow my mind. A recent Princeton study in molecular biology has linked the absence of a father with the length of a child's telomeres, which are kind of like the end caps of chromosomes. Telomere strands shrink with age and are thought to be protective of DNA. So the absence of a father in the household due to death, divorce, or imprisonment is detrimental to telomere length and may actually decrease a child's lifespan. So this blew my mind. Like, whether or not a father is involved can determine how long a child lives. So that being said, fatherly involvement with their children is not a certain thing in this world. In the United States alone, 24 million children live with their biological father absent from the household, according to the National Census Bureau. That's 1 in 3. There are similar statistics throughout the world on this. So again, I'm starting the Dad's Guide podcast for 2 reasons. To convey to you the things that I know works in being an active and involved father, and also to continue my own personal journey on learning how to be a great dad to my little Victoria, as well as any other children that come along. So that's it for today. If you're listening to the podcast, it means that you're serious about being a great dad, and I think that's really great. So for the next few episodes, I'm going to be reading from my book, A Man's Guide to Newborn Babies, How to Thrive as a New Father When Baby Arrives. So the next episode, I'm going to read to you the introduction of my book. So thanks for listening to this first podcast. I really appreciate you joining me on this journey that I'm on, and I hope to see you next time. So that's it for today. If you want to catch up with me, you could look me up on my blog, adadsguide.org. So remember to be a great dad right from the start. This is Anthony Kim signing off. Have a fantastic day.